What is up, Earth Sphere citizens and rebel colonists? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we're concluding Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. Last time, the boys sent their Gundams towards the sun to be destroyed. However, one colony has been building an army. A young Marimea declares war on Earth, claiming to be the daughter of Trace Kushinada. In this episode, the boys get their Gundams back and help defend Earth. Wu Fei stands up for all the child soldiers by getting in the way, and Raylina learns a valuable lesson. So let's get into this. Catra is on board the disposal block. He changes the trajectory and detonates the engine core, pushing the block back towards Earth's sphere. The disposal block is inside a 90s CG asteroid and it doesn't hold up. Why is there film grain on the asteroid that is matted into a 2D cell animated scene? It is quite noticeable. Hito and Duo begin pushing through the colony, taking out the Marimea private army. While this is happening, Troa finds out the true intentions of Operation Meteor. Even though it was Kant who was trying to fulfill Operation Meteor at the end of the anime, it is indeed Deki Barton who created the operation. After the death of the real Hiroyui, the colonists were originally planning on dropping the colony on Earth, after which the Gundams would come in and clean up the pieces. Of course, all the Gundam engineers would ultimately have their own agenda, and we saw this play out in the series. As they fight through the colony, Hito and Duo run into Troa. They need to stop the operation as troops are already making their way to Earth. Troa was working on the inside this whole time, but they wonder what Wu Fei's true intentions are. Troa hacks into the colony's system and is able to stop the colony. Well, that was easy. Duo contacts Sally Poe to let her know of the situation. Meanwhile, Zex in the Tallgeese fires the mega cannon at MO3. This is powerful enough to destroy the entire mining asteroid. However, Deki Barton is able to make his escape in a shuttle. The Barton forces surround Duo, Troa, and Hito. That is when they get a transmission from Catra. He has redirected the disposal unit towards Earth and should reach the Earth's orbit in about 24 hours. Hito wants Catra to redirect Wing Zero to a different location so Hito could get there faster. He will take one of the shuttles in the hangar. The Barton forces are almost through the door. Hito says, "Quick, Duo, punch me in the face." He punches him in the face, and Hito punches Duo in the gut. Hito says, "That's for punching me in the face." Hito truly is a psychopath. The forces bust through the door. Hito pretends to be passed out on the floor before making a run for the hangar. Zex is drifting out in space being a sad boy when Noin comes to his side. He is reading a book. Of course he's reading a book.
It's been 1 year and 2 days.
Don't come off looking so desperate, Noin. You're better than that. Christmas, AC 196. Marimea and the Barton forces begin their invasion of Earth and take over the presidential estate, which is located in Brussels. Now that they have been invaded, there is nothing that the preventers can do. I get that the preventers are supposed to stop forces before they are able to grow, but boy is there a list of issues with that organization. It's best not to think about it. I always forget that Wu Fei upgraded from Shinlong. Hito meets up with his Gundam. The fact that a 2-mix song is playing in this scene, and Wing Gundam's container is so phallic, this has to be one of the sexiest docking sequences in all of Gundam. The captured presidential residence has a failsafe shelter and can hide underground. Marimea wonders why a president needs safety measures like this in a world of peace.
History is much like an endless waltz.
She said the thing, war, peace, and rebellion are always a part of life. But once Marimea becomes ruler, that will change. Sure, you will be the one to fix it, Marimea. Ah, bless your heart. Wu Fei is still waiting outside of Earth's orbit. As he waits, he gets a flashback of his own. He is informed of Operation Meteor and the destruction of one of the L5 colonies, and he believes that there can be another way. He wants to rid the world of all evil. In the present, Wing Gundam approaches. Altron uses its Dragon Fang. Wu Fei believes that Earth did not change even though peace was achieved. On the colony, Sally Poe rescues some hostages while Duo escapes from his jail cell. The two meet up with Troa and they steal a shuttle. Wu Fei is fighting for all the soldiers. He is a weapon of war and only exists in the battlefield. They created a world where they don't matter. These are the words of Trace, but he doesn't have to continue living in his footsteps. Get over it, dude. It's been a year. As the two fight, they enter Earth's atmosphere. On Earth, Noin and Zex are fighting against the Barton forces. They are trying to push through to the presidential residence. Zex believes that if Marimea is able to do what she wants, she will create another Milliardo peacecraft. Everyone is peak insufferable in this. I love it. He wants Noin to retreat, but she says she will always be by his side. Except all of last year, gravity weighs down on Wing and Altron as they continue their fight. Hito tells Wu Fei that helping Marimea is just perpetuating the violence. More people like them will die in the future if they don't put an end to the fighting. And that's coming from the mouth of Hiroyui, a psychopath that tries to kill everyone, including himself. He yells at Wu Wu-Fei saying we don't have to kill the little girl and her dog. Wu-Fei doesn't have access to Hiro's flashbacks like we do, so he is very confused by this statement. Wing falls into the ocean. Wu-Fei recalls back to the destruction of one of his home colonies in the L5 zone. Trowa, Catra, and Duo finally get into their Gundams and head to Earth. We get this really out-of-place moment between the president and his granddaughter where she says, "Grandfather, why do we still fight?" She came straight out of a Dickens novel. The president believes that there are too few people that would retaliate against Marimea, and that is the problem. Lady Un understands that Marimea is simply a puppet being controlled by Dakim. Noin and Zex continue to push towards the presidential residence, but they are only two people against an army of serpents. But that is when Catra and the Gundams come to help.
You fought this many without killing one soldier.
Are you serious? Not one person died in this destruction? Not even an accident? Surely someone at least had to be stepped on. Dakim and Marimea are certain that the Gundams won't be able to break through the mansion. Relina realizes that she has been running from the truth this whole time. Peace is not something that can be given. People must fight for peace if they want it. She tries to contact the people, but Dakim and Marimea cuts off her broadcast. Marimea wonders what she was thinking, as she was about to tell the people to fight for freedom. This goes against everything she has been preaching this whole time. The people of Earth are getting riled up. That is when Dorothy comes along and calls everyone cowards and riles them up even more. She says that the only men on Earth are the Gundam pilots currently on the battlefield. The people realize that if they want peace, they're going to have to fight for it. This is what Dorothy wanted and tells everyone to get into her cargo trucks. Why piss off the people if your intentions were to get them to try to fight? Weird strategy. I guess it worked.
Just keep coming all at once.
Ugh, I hate it when I get a load of beam blasts to the face. Hiro is still underwater when the Zero system activates. The Gundam is able to move once again. He says that this will be the Gundam's final fight. This movie has 4 chips are down scenes. The chips are down scene is when everyone is about to lose hope and all chips are down, usually before someone comes to save the day. This happens 4 times. Noin wants them to retreat as this isn't their fight, but they are all in it till the end. Relina tells Marimea that there is a reason she uses the Dorian name now, as the Gundams are surrounded. Another chips are down scene, by the way. Hiro comes to save the day. He points the twin buster rifle at the subterranean estate. Dakim and Marimea are still confident in their security systems in place. Hiro says, "Let's test that." He fires. This takes out many mobile suits in the process. So much for not killing anyone. Thanks for nothing, Duo. You empathetic asshole. He fires again. Each blast does damage to the Gundam. Marimea thinks he's not really going to kill Relina, is he? Relina looks at her and says, "Does you afraid?" Marimea didn't take into account that Hiro is a psychopath. He fires once again. The Gundam goes up in flames as the twin buster rifle is just too powerful, running in faster than a beam blast. Lady Un grabs Marimea and Relina and gets away from the blast. The people of Earth come to protest the fighting. Hiro rolls out of his Gundam. Dakim demands that Marimea takes her place as ruler. Lady Un goes to slap her, but Relina says, "Nah, this one's mine." Dakim points a gun at Relina. He says that he is the one who made Marimea and can make another one. As he shoots, Marimea gets in the way and is shot. A random Barton soldier shoots and kills Dakim. They effectively surrender. As Relina holds Marimea, Hiro walks in. He shoots at Marimea, but his gun is empty. Hiro proclaims that he will never kill again. Lady Un gets Marimea medical attention. The Barton soldiers burn their weapons. Also, Wu-Fei learned that the power should be given to the people and not the soldiers. Or something like that. I don't know. He still hates women though. Trowa, Duo, and Catra self-destruct their Gundams. Wu-Fei does the same, but does so by himself. Sally Po recruits Wu-Fei to become a preventer. Zex and Noin are on their way to Mars. Relina is starting a terraformation project, and the two will be one of the first to take the leap outside of the Earth sphere. On Earth, Lady Un is taking care of Marimea as the two go to visit the grave of Trace Kushanada. After Colony 197, peace is once again achieved in the Earth sphere. The weapon known as the mobile suit, including the Gundam, is no more. Certainly Sunrise wouldn't ruin such a beautiful ending just to make more money, right? Right? And that will do it for this episode. This is a great piece of camp in the Gundam universe, but I must admit that even Endless Waltz still didn't hold up to my childhood expectations. I can't go without talking about Kotoki's designs of the mobile suits. Everyone loves Wing Zero, but I think Sandrock got the best glow up in the movie. I already covered War in the Pocket and even made a video called Christmas on Side 6. Be sure to go check that out. We will eventually return to the After Colony universe in the future and cover Glory to the Losers. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember that you have to fight for peace.